Yo, what's going on, Blackish University? It's your boy B, coming at you with another reaction. This time we're going to do it a little bit different. And this is, there's got to be some people that need to hear this today. Don't make me start preaching, but more or less, I started doing some research for my son. And my son is 13 years old. He's finishing 8th grade, and he'll be going into high school soon. Love my boy. That's my namesake. And I started writing a book for him that would pass on my history, everything that I got into in the inner city of Chicago when I was young and growing up, and how I went to school and bought homes and started my own business. Wow, it looks like it's raining. Is it snowing? It's snowing. Hey, first big snowfall. What's today? It's just a few days after Christmas. Today's Tuesday. We haven't had major snow here in Chicago in a few months, so I thought that was like kind of a glitch in the matrix there. Not everyone is your friend, and this channel kind of turned into something that was originally my letters to him and things that I wanted to pass on that I thought I could really get out there to the masses or anyone that was willing to listen to someone who's a bit older that has some knowledge to drop. To my son, not everyone is your friend, and when you do find a real friend, you keep them close. And I want to explore the spoken word. I've heard good things about this. I haven't viewed it as of yet, but it's called "Not Everyone Is Your Friend" by Trent Shelton. I think I've heard of some of his more motivational stuff, but it reminds me of a quote we used to use when I was young, and they said, show me 3 or 4 of your friends, and I'll show you who you are. Right? You're like the 4 people that you hang out with most. So choose wisely. If your friends aren't talking about things that motivate you and put you on to the next level, if you're not talking about NFTs, crypto, getting your education, setting yourself up for the next 5 to 10 years, or 10 to 20 years, or whatever that might be, bro, you're in the wrong circle. If they're talking about Gucci belts and things that they can't afford without a path to get there, you're in the wrong circle, bro. There's levels to this, and different people are woke, right, at different things. And, there's an awakening that happens at some point in your life, and hopefully it's when you're young enough to understand how to get money in this world. It's not hard. I could show just about anybody how to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month easily. We could do it right here on this channel. And I've done it before. I've grown a business that was doing $1 million in revenue, and have business partners, a variety of employees. This is something that really matters, not just financial, but not everyone is your friend. Let's check it out.
All you had to offer was friendship. Like, who would still be around? Real situations expose fake people, so sometimes it takes getting down on life to find who's really down.
Yo, dude kind of reminds me of a young LL Cool J. Listen to what he's saying, right? He said sometimes it takes really getting down to find out who's really down for you, right? Who's really around. And you'll see this more when you're in your teens and early 20s, when you're young, dumb, and broke, and you're learning life lessons. Like, who's there to help pick you up? Who will throw you some bucks because they know you're trying to get on your feet, right? Or who's just not picking up your calls?
You see, people pretend well when their soul's off the sale. And sometimes it's the ones you love the most that mostly want to see you fail. That's real.
Damn.
Just because they ride with you doesn't mean they ride for you. That's facts.
That's facts.
You see, loyalty shouldn't depend on your presence. It's more about how they act behind your back. Who can you trust?
Yeah, that's what they say. It's who you are behind closed doors when no one's watching you. That's who you truly are. You can be who you want on social media. You can be who you want at work. But the decisions that you make when you're not in a position where you're forced, right, with the things you do when you're by yourself, that's who you are.
It's more about how they act behind your back. Who can you trust?
Who can you trust?
I mean, some of us are fighting for people that wouldn't throw a punch for us, and yet these are the ones we call friends. The ones that care so much about your struggle, but yet so silent when you win. The ones that bring gossip to you about you, but your name they never defend. Understand, everybody in your boat might not be rowing but drilling holes. And as time goes,
Woo! Listen to that. And again, this is listen to what he's saying. They might be in the car with you, but it doesn't mean they ride with you, right? It doesn't mean they're getting you in that right direction. And he used another metaphor here with the boat. He said some might be on the boat, but they're not rowing with you. They're drilling holes in it, right? They're secretly making holes that are going to eventually sink the boat. So you basically be careful who you stomp with. Be careful who you move with.
everybody in your boat might not be rowing but drilling holes. And as time goes and their jealousy grows, pay attention. Because that's when true motives get exposed. Everybody in your circle might not be in your corner. Support doesn't always come from familiar faces. So don't be
just to break down that line like it's a hip-hop song, he said, not everyone in your circle might not be in your corner. It's a play on words, right? You're obviously talking about shapes, but when you talk about being in your corner, that's a boxer's corner, right? Their side of the ring. You normally have your closest people with you that can meet you on this corner of the ring. But he's saying the people in your circle might not be in that corner for you when it comes time.
Surprised if God places strangers in your life and take you to higher places. Don't be surprised if your growth makes your circle small. But you got two choices. Let it break you or let it make you. Make your dream even larger. Make your vision see farther. There's more to your path than where you're currently at. And I think life will teach you this. Sometimes the best way to add to your life is not to add to it, but to subtract.
Yeah, that's so deep, and that's so true, and that's really wise words coming from someone who's older and probably more confident in the person that he's become, right? But it's so hard to teach someone who's in their teens or in their early 20s that, all these fake social media likes and all these filters and all this putting up, you're putting out this version of yourself that's not you, and it's for nothing. It's for people that don't even matter. And, I like to use this a lot on my channel, but I talk about how rappers, they get stuck in this gilded cage. And a gilded cage is when you feel like you're in this, position of freedom. But you're actually in a cage and you don't even realize it. Like a bird would be in a large cage, right? They fly around, they can go here to there, go get water, but you can never leave. And now even worse, you have to uphold that truth. And he's saying you're using all these filters, but you better look like that in real life, right? You got to maintain this. You got to show that you're interesting. It's just, a different way to view the world. He's saying, these people don't matter. Sometimes you can add more value to your life by subtracting, right? Getting rid of these friends that don't matter and keep your circle small.
It's not about the size of your circle. It's about the loyalty that's in it.
Yeah.
You see, nothing can stop a squad that's dedicated to fighting for the same mission. Focus on the same vision. Does your circle got that type of commitment? Are they happy for you when you win it? Or is it the more you do better, the more their love gets distant? The more their support goes missing. Listen, real friends don't hate on each other. What they do is they push each other to go get it.
And right now, can we talk about if you got a buddy who's got a business, please stop asking him to hook you up. Like, please, I don't care what he's doing. I don't care if he's a barber. I don't care if he's making T-shirts. You see somebody young in the hood trying to do their thing or trying to start this business, and then you get people jumping out from high school talking about, remember me? Hey, can you put me on for some shirts or some hats or blah, blah. It's like, bro, you know what the profit margin is for a small business owner? And depending on what you do, it's like, man, those can be the worst clients, man. But it's like you got to have people that support you. Yeah, you know what? It's all love when, I owned a marketing company. We did a lot of digital work, SEO work, but we also did commercial web design. And it was cool getting projects from people that are like, yo, I'm working on an album. I don't really have much of a budget, but I want to do my project with you, right? Because they're just supporting your business. They're supporting what you do. You throw an opening event or you release something on YouTube or on Facebook or Instagram, and they're sharing it. They're trying to put you on. You're helping each other out. That's a great friendship. And that's unfortunately a lot of people are like, look at this dude. You know how many haters I had when I started this commercial web design company, and people were like, there's GoDaddy already. Why would somebody go to your company? I'm like, bro, do you know how large the market is? If I can get 1%, if I can get a fraction of the market share, I can be a millionaire before the time I hit 40. Do you understand that? And it's like, it's, some people are a little bit, they're simple, and it's okay. There's a place for people like that in the world, too. Let's get it.
Listen, real friends don't hate on each other. What they do is they push each other to go get it. In your life, you got those type of friendships? Because mindsets are very contagious. And I promise you this.
You need buddies that are like, yo, bro, you finished your degree yet? Bro, at least, I know you ain't ready, but at least do the FAFSA, bro. At least do the FAFSA, so if the time comes and you are ready, you don't have to get ready because you stay ready, right? That's what my wife says a lot. It reminds me kind of Tiffany Haddish, right? I'm like, she said, I stay ready, so I don't got to get ready. Shout out to my wife. But yeah, listen to what he's saying. He's just dropping knowledge here.
And I promise you this, whoever you consistently surround your life around will surely persuade. Wake up. Everybody's prayers for you ain't to make it. Do they really got love for you? Or do they just fake it? Wow. Do they really got love for you? Or do they just love to use you? To some, you're just an opportunity, yeah. That's how these fake friends will do you. They present what you want just to take what they need. And when they can no longer benefit from your life, well, that's when their loyalty leaves. So I'm going to ask you this question again. If all you had to offer was friendship, who would you still be able to call your friend?
Wow.
Tag him to this video.
Yo, that's deep, man. And it's just so real on so many levels. As somebody a little bit older, I'm 39 years old. I was born in 1982. I got a few stripes. I got a few rings around the tree, right? But these are all facts, man. There's nothing more than you hit this point in your life where you go into clubs, you're doing your thing, you're a man, right? And then all of a sudden you just look around and nothing's the same anymore. And it's like, what am I doing here, right? I can get this liquor and be at the crib, and I know enough girls and friends that I could just bring people over and have a better party with my own liquor, spend less money. Why am I doing this? Right? Or you're looking around, or nothing's weirder than you got a bunch of buddies that you kicked it with for years, going to clubs, chilling, and all of a sudden, when you're leading more of a professional life, you look around and you just don't have anything to say to them because it's not relevant to them, and you're trying to put them on, but they're just not ready. And you got to know when to cut those ties, right? But I love what he's saying here because he's talking about your group. There's so many cries. I'm from Chicago, right? There's a lot of violence happening in Chicago right now. We're at over 1,000 homicides for the year. And I hate hearing that, we should defund the police. Or the police aren't responsible for all those homicides. It's us, right? It's the west and south side of Chicago. And why? It's because of the gun violence. It's because of gang violence. But it's also because of our circles, right? If we need to start when you go to school, they teach you things that are at the macro level, the larger level, the bigger picture. But there's macro and micro level. And there's things that we can do on the micro level, these smaller, transactional relationships or our circle of friends, that how we can start changing the visions. It takes time. But you got to start by first having the right circle around you that are influencing you to do the right things. It should never be like, yo, bro, we got to go get this money. We need to build value in ourselves. We need to teach ourselves skills that will enable us to make money throughout our lives, right? Let's find a way to go to school. Start small. If you don't have your high school diploma, get a GED. If you're in school, finish your diploma. Take your ACT. Study for it. Actually give a fuck. Go get your associate's degree. Just knock it out. Small steps. Help your friends out. Help them with their FAFSA forms. Everybody has their own strengths, right? I'm very good with legal forms and legal documentation. That was a lot of my background. and I help people out all the time. Start LLCs, start nonprofits, articles of incorporation. So there's different strengths, and use those to help your buddies out. So I love everything about this video. I'm gonna run it back just one time without me doing a reaction to it, just so you can get the full, full value of the video. But this is deep. I love it. This is I don't have a playlist for spoken word, but maybe I should. And when I do, this will definitely be on it. Let's just run it back right quick. I love how we use blindfolds.
All you had to offer was friendship. Like, who would still be around? Real situations expose fake people, so sometimes it takes getting down on life to find who's really down. You see, people pretend well when their souls are for sale. And sometimes it's the ones you love the most that mostly want to see you fail. That's real. Just because they ride with you doesn't mean they ride for you. That's facts. You see, loyalty shouldn't depend on your presence. It's more about how they act behind your back. Who can you trust? I mean, some of us are fighting for people that wouldn't throw a punch for us, and yet these are the ones we call friends. You know, the ones that care so much about your struggle, but yet so silent when you win. The ones that bring gossip to you about you, but your name, they never defend. Understand, everybody in your boat might not be rowing, but drilling holes. And as time goes and their jealousy grows, pay attention. Because that's when true motives get exposed. Everybody in your circle might not be in your corner. Support doesn't always come from familiar faces. So don't be surprised if God places strangers in your life to take you to higher places. Don't be surprised if your growth makes your circle small. But you got two choices. Let it break you or let it make you. Make your dream even larger. Make your vision see farther. There's more to your path than where you're currently at. And I think life will teach you this. Sometimes the best way to add to your life is not to add to it, but to subtract. Understand, it's not about the size of your circle. It's about the loyalty that's in it. You see, nothing can stop a squad that's dedicated to fighting for the same mission. Focus on the same vision. Does your circle got that type of commitment? Are they happy for you when you win it? Or is it the more you do better, the more their love gets distant? The more their support goes missing? Listen, real friends don't hate on each other. What they do is they push each other to go get it. In your life, do you got those type of friendships? Because mindsets are very contagious. And I promise you this, whoever you consistently surround your life around will surely persuade it. Wake up. Everybody's prayers for you ain't to make it. So do they really got love for you? Or do they just fake it? Do they really got love for you? Or do they just love to use you? To some, you're just an opportunity. Yeah, that's how these fake friends will do you. They present what you want just to take what they need. And when they can no longer benefit from your life, well, that's when their loyalty leaves. So I'm going to ask you this question again. If all you had to offer was friendship, who would you still be able to call your friend? Tag into this video.
Yo, not everyone is your friend. Spoken Word by Trent Shelton. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like videos like this. I like it because it's a bit different. We don't always have to react to hip-hop, but this is something that's meaningful to the community, and it can give someone like my son some guidance, hopefully, when times get rough, and you can look back on something like this and remember that not everyone is your friend, and can take some of these quotables. Check you guys out later.